Good evening. My name is Chad Mills, and I'm going to try my best to look into the little light on my laptop. This for me is kind of weird doing it by myself. I don't have a cameraman, but anywho, let's get to the gist of why we're here. I'm a budding entrepreneur based out of Houston, Texas, and my startup is called Thumb Jams. It's basically a digital music platform as well as an ecosystem. So let's dive right into these questions and let's get going if you don't mind. All right, so the first one is tell us about any organizations, schools, or companies that you are particularly proud to be affiliated with. I think for me, I started my career in the mid 90s at Compact Computer Corporation, and I started as a manufacturing associate and worked my way up. Uh, I guess you could say I've always had a certain level of ambition. Throughout my career at Compaq, I went from being a manufacturing associate to customer service to technical support on the front line doing consumer products to second level support and case management all the way into third level in the engineering group. That's when I got the opportunity and got bit by the internet bug and ended up working on some internet projects that turned into actually working on the team that launched Compaq's first build to order, config to order application system, which we built from scratch. So I guess that was the affiliation in that respect was probably one of my greatest accomplishments. I guess I would say the second one was being involved with Ashford.com, which consisted of some Compaq alumni that we kind of crossed paths again. And where I ended up with it started off as the first front-end programmer. So I was on the cutting edge of the internet bubble and ended up being the director of technology. So the last one I would like to mention would be doing freelance work. After I left corporate America, I ended up doing some grassroots guerrilla marketing programs with Nextel Communications and came up with a concept that I called Direct Connect to the Club, which allowed you to chirp with your radio on your Nextel phone and receive a SMS message that let you in the club free. It drove up activations for 5% in our local Houston market, and I'm pretty proud of that. So I guess hopefully that answers the question. Didn't mean to be so long-winded. Okay, so number 2, explain why your company would be a good investment for a venture capitalist. I guess that's an easy one for me. Basically, the genesis of Thumb Jams is I ended up doing some nightclub promotion, and that's where I got the idea around 2014. A lot of the DJs that I employed, customers and patrons inside the club were coming up to them and asking them to put music on a flash drive or burn a CD. And that got me thinking about the whole concept of this is how digital music is moving, and why not take advantage of that opportunity? People thought I was crazy, and because I had some background in programming, I just went off and did it. So the investment part for me would be telling a potential investor that because I'm a jack of all trades, I have the business and technical acumen, I can create functional prototypes as I've already done. And the majority of what I need the investment for is to actually get traction in the marketplace with marketing. And I will use the same skills I developed as a successful nightclub promoter to use all the appropriate advertising vehicles to get some real traction and generate revenue. I feel like the business model is profitable day one. It's a no-brainer. Number 3, what have you personally sacrificed to this point in order to make your business successful? Well, that's pretty easy. Unfortunately, I've been diagnosed with end-stage renal disease, which is tantamount to kidney failure. And I basically had to make a choice. Either I could stay in a situation where professionally I was stressed and it was deteriorating my health, or I could be serious about this idea this crazy idea, thumb jams, and bring it to fruition. I think that I have the talent, the background, the business acumen, and the determination to do it. And I actually have something to show bootstrapping from the ground up. Number 4, I guess Founders Gym is a very intense and rigorous training program. It requires 100% participation in order to graduate. Share with us a few reasons why this is a commitment you will make and that when things get challenging, you won't quit. Well, up to this point, I mean, everybody I know thought I was crazy. I came up with this thumb jams idea in 2014, and I'm still at it. So I think that's a valid illustration of how determined I am about this opportunity and about my vision. Okay, the last question. As we like to say at Founders Gym, we all go up together. How do you plan to help contribute to the success of your peers during the cohort experience? What expertise or support you can offer to help make sure that everyone in your cohort crosses the finish line and graduates Founders Gym together? I think the most important thing is just giving people that insight and sharing your experience. Being an entrepreneur is tough. I mean, there's a lot of people who won't see your vision and will discourage you. I call those dream killers. I try to stay away from those kind of people because for me, it's nothing greater to get patted on the back by a fellow entrepreneur and know that you share the same experience and to keep going. So what I think I can bring to a table is a positive attitude. Even when things get tough, we all in this together and being able to share. From a technical perspective, I think I have that innate ability to translate very technical information to non-technical people. So from my experience, a lot of startup entrepreneurs don't have the technical background and they get intimidated. What I like to do is bring them into the fold and let them know, hey, it's just bits and bytes and ones and zeros. It's not that hard. Thank you for this opportunity to talk to you. Hopefully, I'll be accepted to the program and I'm ready to change the world. Thank you. My name is Chad Mills.